What are the three most important things? What are you doing? What are the three most important things you should do before applying a ceramic coating? I'm going to show you in today's video. We have this beautiful 2022 Lexus 3. We have this beautiful brand new Lexus RX 350L in for a new car prep and a 5-year ceramic coating. So as we go through the video, we're going to focus on those three most important things you want to do before applying a ceramic coating. And this goes across the board for any vehicle that you're coating. These are not complicated things, these are simple things, but write them down, because they are important. And if you're interested in any of the tools or the products, check out the links down below and check out the new website we have up as well. Completely redesigned. You can download free forms, you can buy merchandise, you can scroll through tons of different links on there that we have, as well as a new blog hopefully coming soon. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are enjoying this content and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. Now as we take a quick look around, that's probably the dirtiest area right there. It's really not bad at all. Okay, maybe that's the dirtiest. As we look along the bottom sections, not bad. Even the wheels really are not that dirty. That's the benefit of detailing a brand new car. However, there are some things that you want to look over, and that's going to be one of those important points. So let's get started washing it, cleaning it, deconning it. That is number one. And I know there's three things in that number one most important thing that you want to do before you apply a ceramic coating. Cleaning and deconning the vehicle. So, step one is cleaning the paint. We're going to use an alkaline degreaser from Purist. We're going to mix this 4-to-1 in our IK spray foamer. We're going to pre-clean the paint. That just means a touchless cleaning. We're going to apply this onto the paint. In this case, we're not going to pre-rinse first. We're going to apply this onto the paint, let it dwell. It's going to soften up any traffic film and junk on the paint, any heavy damage material, before we contact wash. This is a very important step. But within that step one, we are also going to contact wash the paint with this. This is Geon Q2M Restart Wash. It's a decontamination shampoo. It has a built-in iron remover in it. It also helps with water spots. This is what we're going to use to wash and decon the paint, along with a clay mitt. Now this is a clay mitt from Work Stuff. This is actually my new favorite clay mitt. It's plush, it's nice and soft, and the clay material on the surface here is corrugated. So it actually tends to leave less marring on the paint as opposed to a mitt or a pad that has a flat surface. Not to say that you can't use this, that's totally fine. But there's just different grades and different materials that are used. So we're going to use this today. Now, if we find that the paint is nice and smooth and does not need to be mechanically decon, then we will skip this step. It is not needed. Make sure the paint is clean and smooth to the touch. If you use these things arbitrarily or when they're not needed, all you're doing is marring up the paint and creating more work. Analyze the paint, see what it needs. The next two steps will be coming up later. And this is the coating that we're using today from Geon, their Infinity Base Type 1. This is their certified detailer only coating. You have to be accredited to install these coatings. This is a 5+ year and actually be up to a 9 or 10 year warranted coating, but I sell these as a 5-year coating. I really just don't like anything going beyond 5 years. That's just me personally. That's the way I sell it. Not necessarily the way Geon sells it, which is okay. I love Geon and G-Technic, but even their coatings, I do not sell them beyond 5 years. So when it comes to dilution ratios, I know some people have some problems with that, trying to figure out how do you mix things properly. Here's an easy app that I have actually been introduced to that clears all of that up. This app right here is called DRC, Dilution Ratio Calculator. You can calculate in ounces or in milliliters, and it has a bunch of other functions. If you want to check out that app, check it out down below. It's just a few dollars, but it supports a detailer. Now, the Purist Alkaline Degreaser suggests a 1:20 ratio. I found that to be just a little weak, so I'm going to mix it to my specifications, which is usually 1:4 or even 1:10. Maybe I'll go 1:10 today, and I'm going to dilute it in the IK foamer. So I put about 4,000 milliliters, I'm going in milliliters today, in the IK foamer. So a 1:10 ratio is going to show me that I need 363. I'm going to round up to 400, and I know you don't have to be so precise with products like this. It's going to be diluted a little bit more if you spray it onto a wet panel. So you be the judge of what you want to do here. You don't have to be so precise. Excuse me. Once that pops, you're ready to go. So here's a winter tip for you. If you are detailing out in the chilly weather, like we are today, then fill your buckets up with hot water, as hot as you can get. It's going to cool off pretty quickly anyway, but it is going to add to better cleaning and just a more enjoyable wash. So for today, since it is not hot out, we don't have direct sunlight on the vehicle, we don't have to pre-rinse. That is optional. Analyze the paint. Again, inspect the paint, analyze it, see what it needs. This does not have a ton of heavy grit on the paint that we need to rinse off first. So I'm going to go straight to applying the APC, letting it dwell, and then rinsing it off. Now yes, we are going to remove the plate. Don't worry about that. That can be done after the wash. If you like to remove the plate first, go right ahead. So that is the pre-wash stage. As you saw, that is pretty quick, pretty easy, and a lot of the junk is now off the paint. Now granted, it really wasn't that bad, but that's not the point. This will work with grungier vehicles, it'll work with well-maintained vehicles, and brand new vehicles. But now that the paint is visibly cleaner, and really it feels smooth, let's go ahead and foam it and contact wash it with the restart wash. Again, this is still part of step 1, cleaning and deconning the paint. Right? Right. Yeah, once it actually foams up, it's not as bad. If you smell it right out of the bottle, it is gross. Oh, the paint feels so smooth. And we are dealing with some PPF in the front here, so do not want to go crazy and mar that up. So I'm not even going to clay that at all. Barely grazing the surface. And the whole top of the vehicle is also wrapped in a black gloss vinyl. So that is also a plus because we don't have to polish that. Yeah, it feels really good. Well, it's brand new and owner was taking really good care of it. Didn't allow the dealership to do too much to it, so that's good. So bonus tip, if you are purchasing a brand new vehicle, don't let the dealership do anything to it. Anything. If you want to do interior stuff, yeah, but they really don't do a good job either. Do not let them wash it. Don't let them put their coating on it. Don't let them polish it or do any defect removal. Find a reputable detailer and have them examine the paint. Have them do all of the prep work and the protection work. It's going to save you a lot of money and frustration. I can hear the smallest amount of like something coming off the paint. But then it's nice and smooth, so that's good. Actually, you know what? I wonder if we should do in July and then do the training, the PPF training. That's what we should do. Might as well make the trip worth it. So we sprayed some iron decon on just a few areas on the vehicle, especially the back area here. This is all the reaction I'm getting. A tiny, tiny bit. Is it enough to justify doing the entire car? No, it's not. That's about it. I sprayed it on some of the lower panels down there and nothing. So if that's it, don't worry about that. That's not going to mess with the application or the bonding of the coating. The vehicle is now cleaned and it is deconned. It is ready to pull in and dry. So that was step 1, cleaning and deconning. Let's move on to step 2. But as we take a look at the paint, it's pearl white. It is very forgiving. I barely see any defects. Let's grab the big light. Now, usually down in the lower panels here on the doors, we're going to see some marring or some light scratching, but I don't even see that. Now, I do have my lights mounted here on the ceiling so I can really see what's going on the paint. And as we look at the hood, again, really no defects that I can see. But as we're going through the vehicle, I'm sure we may come across some things, and if we do, I'll show you. Now, we also have paint protection film, but it's only about a quarter or a third of the way up the hood, and we also have it on the bumper. Now, here's one little section of PPF that started to come up, unfortunately. Now, the owner told me about this, and he wants me to take care of this. I'm going to show you how I do that. So the third most important thing that I want to mention is prepping the paint. Now, what do I mean by prep? Because prep can involve a few different things. Well, in this case, it has to do with the polishing part. Now, we're not polishing to remove defects. We're not polishing to remove scratches or swirls. What we're doing is prepping the paint with a primer polish. And the primer polishes of choice are Dr. Beasley's NSP polishes. These are primer polishes designed specifically for ceramic coatings, any ceramic coatings. And I know some have some doubts. It's okay. If you're not used to primer polishes like this, continue doing what you're doing because these are still fairly new. However, we've been using them since they came out, and the more we use them, the more we enjoy using them, and the more we see incredible results. Now, these come in 3 different grades. We have a fine, a medium, and then we have this. This is actually a compound. All have primers built in, which means you can actually coat right over them immediately. No panel wiping. So these are perfect for vehicles that have soft black paint. Check out some of the videos I have linked down below or in the card and you'll see what I mean. There is a slight learning curve to these polishes, and what I mean is some of the residue it leaves behind. But don't worry about that. I will explain in those other videos how to deal with that residue. Now, when working with these NSP polishes, less is more. This is how much you need to apply. That's it. No priming of the pad necessary. I'll do this. That's my priming. Another tip when you're polishing is use ear protection. I actually have these little earbuds. They're just little cheap earbuds that you can get on Amazon. I also have the ones that go over your ears. Either of them work. When you're polishing for long periods of time, it definitely gets to you. So using earbuds like this really does help. And you can get the noise cancellation ones also. Plus, you can be listening to podcasts like this one. I'll have the link down below. Now, if you're working on an older vehicle that does have some swirling and scratches, then you're going to have to bump it up to maybe some light compounding and polishing. However, you have worked out with your customer the level of polishing already. So this is not something that is written in stone. It is not a rule that you have to perfectly correct the paint. That is a visual thing. That's an aesthetic thing. But it's also due to what the customer has requested and what they're paying for. So keep all of that in mind when you are polishing the paint and when you're offering services like this. In this case, the customer is not concerned about paint defects. It's a brand new vehicle. He is worried about protection. That is why these 3 steps are so important. Cleaning and deconning, inspecting the paint, and then prepping it with this polish. Then we'll be able to apply the ceramic coating. So now the final thing to do is ceramic coat. All of the steps have been taken care of. The paint is looking beautiful. Wifey is working on the trim and the wheels. Let's work on the paint. Now these are a few things that I like to do to kind of prepare for applying the ceramic coating. Again, this is just my procedure, and I think it just leads to ensuring that everything is done in a proper way, at least to my standard. First thing I'm going to do is apron up. Apron up, yeah, that's my word for it, apron up. I like to put the apron on because if I'm going to be leaning against the vehicle, which sometimes I do to reach across, then the microfiber is going to touch the paint, not harming anything. The next thing I do is get my cart ready. So I have a little rolly cart here that I actually have from my New Age cabinets over there. This is one of the little rolly carts that comes with it, and this one is dedicated for ceramic coatings. I have a ceramic coating caddy from Beads. I'll have the link down below. I have my Geon coating here, and I also have each of these drawers has something to do with coating application or a few other things. So I have my applicators. I have my towels here, brand new wash towels. I'm going to start with 2 for now, and if I need more, well, I know where to get them. Now, these are just Kirkland yellow microfibers. Some say this scratches the paint, and well, if you get a bad batch, yeah, it probably will. If you get a bad batch, just send it back, return it, get a new batch, and just check the towels. These have been washed, they're nice and fluffy, and they are a shorter nap, so perfect for ceramic coatings. And I know some may say that they are not good towels to use, they're going to scratch the paint. No, they don't. Once again, just check the package when you're buying them. I've used this on soft black paint with absolutely no issues. I'll have some links in the card for you to go and check that out, or down below. Now, when you buy the certified detailer stuff, it does come with some extras. It actually comes with the warranty cards that you can sell the customer if they so choose. Also comes with these little degreaser tabs that you use as a panel wipe. So you can mix that up if you want, but there's no need to do that for today. And then we have the coating. And it also comes with its own little applicator, which we are going to use today as well. So I do like these little applicators. It has the suede side if you like it, and it has the microfiber side, which is my preferred. So either of these will work. Let's start with this one first. Now here is a tip just to ensure there are no little crystals. Just blow out the little applicator really quickly. And just make sure to clean the top of your bottle as well. This application is very easy and straightforward. I'm going to box out this large area here and just start filling it in crosshatch patterns. You just want to get even coverage. Now this will start to flash off very quickly because it is a professional coating. So you can pretty much go right to wiping it off with your first towel. And then my second towel. Of course, I'm not going to confuse them because I'm keeping them separate. And this is a very slick coating. So you will feel the difference between the uncoated areas and the coated. Another little bonus tip is when you are finishing your wiping process, I like to do circles like this and then end with the final swipe like that. Also, double check with lights. So grab your favorite handheld light and look over the paint and make sure that there are no smears or areas that just look a little smudgy where you may have missed wiping the coating. Especially look into these areas here. These are tricky to see. Be very vigilant about looking around all these areas because little high spots can hide in those areas. So this is looking good. It's as easy as that. It's really not difficult, but you do have to pay attention to what you're doing. So this can also be applied right onto the PPF. Same fashion, just make sure to have even coverage. It flashes the same, and you wipe it off the same way. Once you see it start to sweat and flash away, your first towel will wipe it and get the bulk of the coating off. Your second towel will remove the rest and ensure that there are no high spots.